Alright, it's been a year, bruh. Alright, so it's been a year since the first season of Invincible came out, and now that the hype has died down, not that many people talking about the show and everything, I think it's the best time to revisit it and see, is Invincible truly... Alright, let's be honest, bruh. This show fucking slaps. When I came up with the idea for this video, and I knew I'd be able to watch the Goat again, I mean...
Can I come? What? I want to come.
This show has everything I love. Murder, gore, sex, bad bitches, one, two, three, four. Foursomes? Well, there's something missing. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something that's really cool seems to be missing. I don't know. But on a real note, going into this, I had no past knowledge with the comics or anything, so I went into this bitch fresh. And might I say, wow, Invincible is almost perfect. I mean, just looking at the cast itself, this show is fucking stacked. They got that motherfucker from Spider-Man, yo, and they got the dude from The Walking Dead. And they got so many other amazing actors and actresses that just fit the roles they're given perfectly. And don't even get me started on the art style. I mean, mass murder has never looked this good, bro. Now listen, even with all this being said, the show is not perfect. There are some obvious flaws in the show. For example, the show does have some pacing issues. Some characters are better than others. And the show does use CGI at some points, which doesn't look the best. But I mean, there's so many other animes and shows that use CGI to save on budget, and some shows even make it the whole fucking thing. Oh! Ew! But even with those tiny issues, the show went fucking crazy. Now, for those of you who haven't watched the show, or it's been a while since you've watched the show, let me give you a quick little recap of what happens. Invincible is a 2021 superhero show about Omni-Man and his own Justice Leaguers. Come on, you got Batman, you got Superman, you got Wonder Woman, you got Martian Manhunter, you got The Flash, you got Aquaman, you got Dr. Fate, I guess, and you got Green Bitch. Why is the third picture about feet, dude? What the fuck? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I really like when shows take jabs or take inspiration from the Justice League and do their own thing with it. So I'm excited to see what they do with these characters. Okay. Invincible is a 2021 detective horror coming-of-age superhero show about a kid named Dick Grayson. Sorry, Mark Grayson. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. Mark Grayson's kind of a fucking bum. He doesn't have any superpowers, can't lift no crazy weights. Wow, this shit's kind of like sky high. And I mean, like, look at what happens when he tries to rizz up a girl.
I think Amber's been pretty clear about how she feels, Todd.
What? Are you serious, Grayson?
But yeah, Mark has no powers until... Oh, okay. So yeah, Mark has fucking superpowers now, which now means he gets to go to a cool superhero high school. Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, Mark has superpowers now, which is cool, until it's not so cool. So yeah, throughout this show, Mark gets his ass beat a lot, and I mean a lot. Now luckily, Mark isn't alone. Sometimes he gets his ass beat with his friends.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And while we're on the topic, let's talk about some of these friends. So side characters. There's Mark's gay best friend William, who's just simply a W-mans. There's Amber, Mark's mom, who's just what's good. We got Government Man. He's like the leader of the Guardians of the Globe, I guess. There's Jeffrey Dahmer. Bro's just weird. And he's voiced by a weirdo, so good casting. The Blue Guys. Now they aren't important until later in the show when they bring back the fucking GOAT. And his classmate Adam Eve, who's a part of the shitty Teen Titans, which consists of Rexplode, more like Generator Rex. Oh. There's Duplicate, who's just a certified baddie, and Robot Man. Now there are more, but we don't really meet them till later on the show, so we'll save them for now. Anyway, so now that Mark has powers now, you remember that bully from earlier that destroyed his Riz? Well, it's time for Mark to get his get back.
Hit me. Go on. Hit me as hard as you can.
Mark, what the fuck? Like, what type of fucking Riz is that?
Do you want Amber's phone number, nerd?
Yes.
There. Have a crappy life with her. Suck.
What am I doing wrong? So Riz God Mark has superpowers now and somehow bagged a baddie all in one day. Like, what else could happen? What? So yeah, fucking aliens decide to invade. Now, I do have to give kudos to the shitty Teen Titans because they did low-key clutch up after Invincible got his fucking ass beat. Okay, finally we have some rest time to meet a new fucking character. So this is Hellboy, aka Damien Darkblood, and he's pretty much just a demon detective who's investigating the death of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Fuck! Who's investigating the death of the Guardians of the Globe. God damn it.
Guess who's back?
Yep, back at it.
So the aliens are back literally just to get their ass beat again. Come on, bro. Was one loss not good enough, dude? They had to come back for the twofer? Now, finally, we actually have some downtime where Mark can learn from his father, who's literally just fucking Superman.
We picked this up near Mars an hour ago, moving fast. He's back. 15 minutes till he's breathing our air.
Oh my god, dude. Another fucking alien? Wait. Hey. Is that fucking Seth Rogen? So yeah, Seth Rogen's in the show, and his character is pretty much dumb. It's like if your pizza delivery driver delivered your pizza to the wrong house, except your house is a planet and your pizza is a fight. Now listen, I do love me some Seth Rogen, but I hope this is the last alien we see. Dog. This is the third time in one episode that these aliens have tried to fucking invade the planet. Thank God Omni-Man's there and just straight up wipes out their whole race. Alright, so I'm gonna keep it a stack. We are only 2 episodes into the show, and a lot of stuff happens that really isn't important. So I'm just gonna give you the cliff notes of what happens in the next couple episodes. So Rexplode cheats on Eve with Duplicate, and I mean, come on, bro. Can you blame him? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not gonna front. I do the same thing, you feel me? They then begin to form a new Guardians of the Globe with Robot Man being the leader. And this is where we meet some more side characters like I was talking about earlier, with the new team consisting of Rexplode and Duplicate, obviously. And then 3 new characters, Monster Girl, Shrink Ray, and Black Samson.
I don't know, you're here. Isn't there a dick size requirement?
I'm sorry.
For what? Your tiny dick? I mean, the way you've been strutting around here, you must be compensating for something.
Okay, now we meet the best villain in the whole show, Doc Seismic, who has an undergrad in sociology and women's studies and a minor in African dance. Wait, African dance? What? Now, this is one of those fights that you expect in a superhero show. I mean, they even got the shitty jokes.
We need to take out his gloves.
Those aren't gloves. Gloves have fingers. They're more, earthquake bracelets. You're wearing earthquake bracelets!
And to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite characters in the whole show just because of how fucking goofy he is. And come on, bro. Look at my boy's drip. Come on now. The Baller twins then get broken out of jail by a mysterious savior who turns out to be none other than...
So, give me an update. You get my team ready for the deep end yet?
We still have work to do.
It's Robot Guy! Now, this really doesn't mean anything right now, but it will set up a plot point later down the line that we'll get to very soon. Damien Darkblood talks to Debbie and accuses Omni-Man of killing the Guardians of the Globe. And at first, she defends Omni-Man until eventually she becomes suspicious herself, leading her to look for clues or anything that connects Omni-Man to the death of the Guardians of the Globe. Mark then gets sent to space to protect a group of astronauts that are on a mission. I don't really know what the mission is. I wasn't really paying that much attention. Once they arrive to Mars, Mark decides to take a nap, and when he wakes up, the astronauts are gone. This is when Mark learns there's a community of people on Mars called Martians that are the same species as Martian Man. Wow, Martian Man comes from Mars. That's crazy. While trying to negotiate with the Martians for the astronauts' safety, Mark learns of a world-ending creature that only needs one host to destroy an entire planet. When the Martians decide to kill all the astronauts instead of letting them go free to secure the safety of their planet, Mark deadass just yoinks them and flies them away.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Yikes. Okay, now it's time to finally learn why Robot Man broke the Mauler twins out of jail. Ew, what the fuck? So pretty much Robot Man wants the Mauler twins to create him a new body. That way he doesn't have to look so fucking ugly. What the fuck? Now you might be wondering why the blue guys would help Robot Man. Well, it's to get access to this machine that will help them control Immortal when they bring him back to life. And obviously, that shit don't fucking work. So after Mark kicked his ass in the first episode, we finally see the return of Titan. But instead of fighting, Titan asks for Invincible's help in taking down Robot Head. Damn, these motherfuckers love robots. And as you could expect, coming from this show, it obviously does not go too well for Invincible. But even though Invincible didn't come out on top in this fight, Titan did, and probably one of the coldest scenes in this whole show.
Wow. I gotta hand it to you, boss. Look, whatever you told that kid to get him on your side, it fucking...
I told him the truth. I'm gonna make this city better for a lot of people. But some people come first.
Daddy! Is this our new house?
Oh my god, that shit was hard as fuck. I'm hard as fuck. What?
You know who this motherfucker look like, low-key? Look!
Now for the college episode. This is the episode where we're introduced to Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's also the exact episode I realized how much I hate Amber. Fucking annoying ass, stupid ass, ugly ass, crusty dick looking ass bitch. The episode starts out with a frat boy getting kidnapped by Jeffrey Dahmer and waking up in a lab.
If this is some joke or some weird sex shit, my dad's gonna sue you into the Stone Age.
We learn from William gushing over a guy to Mark that he's going away to visit this guy for the weekend. And Mark, for some reason wanting to salvage this shitty relationship, decides that it would be a good idea for him and Amber to tag along.
Can I come?
What?
I want to come.
Okay.
And I want to bring Amber.
And after exploring the campus for a little bit, we finally see what Jeffrey Dahmer was making in that lab.
What the hell is that?
Holy shit.
Why couldn't he just make a sex doll? Now, Mark, being the hero he is, obviously does his shit and saves everybody. But during the fight, William puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that Mark is invincible.
Mark, run!
I wish Amber did too, because this shit's really hard to sit through.
Guys, the police are on their way.
Where the hell did you go?
I ran for help. I tried to get security, but there wasn't
you
anyone.
lying piece of
Wait,
shit.
no. This isn't what it looks like.
You took off. You left us here with that thing.
Amber, no. That's not what happened.
You said you wanted to start over. You said that. You promised. Even Eve vouched for you, and then you do this? Eve was wrong about you. So was I.
Jesus, I miss Doc Seismic. Anyway, after that very hard to watch conversation, William's wet dream of a man gets taken by Jeffrey Dahmer. With Rick being gone, William's horned up ass decides to go look for him in a fucking sewer out of all places, man. Like, how horny do you have to be, bro? Jesus. Luckily, now that he knows that Mark's a superhero, he does the bright thing and calls him up for help. Bro, this motherfucker's been busy. He created like fucking 30 of these things. Jesus. So yeah, Mark has to fight off 30 different frat boy robots. But one of these frat boy robots turns out to be Rick. But don't worry, they don't kill him. With the power of gay love, Rick is able to overcome the fact that his brain got taken out and ends up helping Invincible fight off the rest of the robots. Damn! Anyway, once they get back from the trip, Amber is still mad at Mark, so Mark decides to reveal his identity to her.
Oh my god.
It's okay. This is why I'm always late or why I don't show. Did you hear what I just said?
I know you're a superhero.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? I was low-key on your fucking side, dude. You know, that was kind of fucked up, but if you fucking knew, are you serious? It's a secret identity for a reason. What the fuck? Oh my, I fucking hate this bitch. Okay, I feel like everybody knows what happens next.
Think, Mark!
So at this point, everybody either suspects Omni-Man of killing the Guardians of the Globe or is accusing Omni-Man of killing the Guardians of the Globe. And with Omni-Man knowing this, you know... Damn. So after Omni-Man literally massacres a group of people, he looks for William and asks him where Mark and Eve are.
Where's Mark, William?
Cecil overhears this and, wanting to protect Mark and Eve, throws literally everything they have at Omni-Man.
You wouldn't dare.
Damn, bro really just is him. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Robot Man finally reveals his new body to the Guardians of the Globe. And this is where we learn the reason he wanted to get this new body was to pipe down Monster Girl.
What the
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. They also brought back the kaiju from earlier in the season because it was the only thing that rocked Omni-Man. And for some reason, Mark is the only one that doesn't know his dad killed the Guardians of the Globe. So when he sees him fighting the kaiju, he ends up helping him, which makes Cecil question if he is on their side or not.
Call that thing off, Cecil. Call it off! Mark's in there.
I can't do that, Debbie.
Why not?
Because I can't. Nolan killed the Guardians. He killed Donald. He shrugged off everything I've thrown at him, and now I don't know if Mark is with his father or against him. So I can't call off the one thing that might stop them both.
Yo! It's the fucking goal! So yeah, the best character in the show, Immortal's back in. Jesus fuck. Can you give my boy a fucking break? Like, he was revived not even 2 minutes ago. Give my man a break. Now that Mark has seen his dad kill Immortal, it's time Nolan told Mark the truth about who they are.
We need to talk.
So yeah, instead of being world helpers like Nolan originally told Mark, they're actually world conquerors, which is kind of a yikes for Mark because he is half human, which makes him want to defend Earth from his dad, which goes kind of how you expect it to go.
So be it.
Damn, man. Mark is the main character of this show, but he's constantly losing every altercation he's in this show. I mean, for a superhero, he's not doing that much heroing. Damn. Okay, now I kind of feel bad making that joke. Omni-Man is just mowing through people at this point. Like, no fucks given whatsoever. He's just killing everything. All of his fighting takes them into the mountains where we get the most peak scene in this whole show.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
You, Dad. I still have you.
Okay, do not call me a pussy, but on my first watch of this show, I may or may not have cried, all right? This shit hit me in the feelings, man. That goes to show how good this show is, man. I don't cry at shows that often, and for an animated superhero show to make me cry, I mean, this show is just peak. A few weeks after the fight, Mark finally wakes up from his injuries, where Cecil offers him and his mom a new house and life. The new Guardians of the Globe are formed and finally become a true team. The blue guys get caught and get sent back to prison, and Mark and Amber get back together. Wait. You know what? If Mark's happy, I'm happy. So Mark and the whole crew go out to eat, where Mark starts to open up to everybody about what's happened and how he's feeling. Yo, did bros drink this beer? Halfway through Mark opening up, Cecil calls Mark and tells him that somebody's flying in from deep space. Mark, thinking it's his dad, suits up and goes up there, and it turns out it's just fucking Seth Rogen again. And he's there to warn Mark that there's a Viltrumite on the planet. So Mark sits down and explains everything that has happened to Seth Rogen. Dude, I love that Seth Rogen's in this show. Anyway, the show ends with them showing all the plot points that are being set up for season 2 and 3. Seismic, let's go! Bro, Invincible's just, it's just so fucking good. I mean, the idea and originality behind this show are the reasons it blew up. Well, that and the memes. The memes definitely helped. Invincible is one of those shows that came out at the perfect time with the perfect plot and the perfect advertisement. And at the time, the whole like gory superhero thing wasn't done as much as it is now, with every other anime and superhero show having fucking gore in it, wanting to be different. You can genuinely tell the love that's being put into this show from the producers and the cast. I mean, you can tell that it's much more than a paycheck to some of these people, man. Even though it's probably a fat ass paycheck. And I think the reason there's so much love put into the show is because of Robert Kirkman's involvement in it. I mean, not many shows allow the creator of the comics to be a producer on the show. So to see them bring him in to make the show is great, and it elevates the show to a different level. Now, this guy isn't only known for Invincible. This motherfucker has created some of my favorite episodes of The Walking Dead.
Look here, Merle. Things are different now. There are no niggers.
Now, I know I already talked about the cast, but I mean, it's just phenomenal. The actors and actresses that worked on this show are just amazing, and you can tell from the way they deliver lines and communicate with each other in the show that they are genuinely enjoying making this show. And I think the main factor contributing to why the delivery and everything is so good in the show is because most of the time they're filming in the same room, and I feel like that just brings a level of enjoyment to the characters.
We just do a Debbie.
And I know the cast is under a lot of stress being in the same room as J.K. Simmons.
Not quite my tempo.
And something this show has that not many other superhero shows do is rewatchability. Now this could just be me, but when I watch certain shows, they're usually one and done things. I watch it, I get my enjoyment out of it, and I'm done. But this show, I mean, even knowing what Omnia does and how it ends, sometimes can make it better.
Do you have any leads yet?
Someone thinks they're too clever for us. They all think that at first.
Which is great because I was able to watch this show not just once, not just twice, but 3 fucking times to make this video. So you better like and subscribe, dickhead. And nothing about the characters seemed too rushed. Like, all the character growth goes at its own pace and it all makes sense. And even with the characters I'm not necessarily fond of, I still understood where it was going. Overall, this is probably one of the best shows to come out of 2021 and the whole pandemic. And it sucks that this show was just so good because I don't think we're gonna see anything as good as this for a while. So let's hope season 2 and 3 are good because I need something to watch, man. Oh, I almost forgot. 9 out of 10.